Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the evening forum of today. My name is Siti Fatimah Az-Zahra binti Mohd.Hamizam, and I'm the moderator for today. First of all, I would like to thank to all of the audience in front of me. Thank you very much for attending the forum for today. Our topic is public relations is event coordination with our issues cancellations events due to COVID-19 outbreak. First of all, let me introduce to all of you about our panels. Firstly, is our specially invited person, the owner of Event Executive Company One Event and Stage Decorators, Ms. Othman. Next, Ms. Nasha Elisya. She is currently a lecturer in private college in business education. Lastly, the very experienced public relation in my event production company, Ms. Faresa. Welcome to our forum for today. Nowadays, public relation is all about sharing the right information to right places and people to boost the brand reputation. So, Ms. Nasha, regarding with our issues, which is cancellations event due to COVID-19 outbreak, can you share the roles and functions of public relation in handling these issues?
Thank you, Ms. Zahra. First of all, I can say that sometimes there are still confusing society on the functions of a public relations issue. So what is the research said was public relations is a very sociable person, then possesses a mix of functional such as managerial and negotiating abilities as well as their analytical and well-developed communication and understanding people and human psychology. So that is the overview of a public relations. So a public relations, they need to be well prepared by learning foreign language, and then they need to joining personality improvement course. Then they also need to developing their networking and understanding computer and communication technology. And then by that, the example of a public relations working role such as expert prescriber, communication facilitator, problem solving facilitator and communication technician. So regarding with the issues that we are discussing right now, so a public relations need to do something for handling the issues according with their roles and functions. And for me, it is very important for a public relations to have a good skill for getting the trust, then to establish a valuable relationship, and then to building branding awareness of the company too.
Thanks to Ms. Nasha. My next question is Ms. Ashkin. What is public relation definition in your opinion, Ms. Ashkin?
Okay, so thank you to Ms. Zahra as a moderator for today. And hi and good evening to Professor Nasha and Ms. Faresa. Okay, so in brief, I can say public relations can be defined as a communication process that strategically establish mutually beneficial bonds between organizations and their targeted audience.
So, Ms. Ashkin, regarding our issue, cancellation event due to COVID-19 outbreak, can you give few example on problem that will happen with public relations?
Alright, so once again, thank you, Ms. Zahra. Okay, so you want a few example on problem that will happen with public relations. Alright, so as an event executive for my company, okay, so what I can give you the example is from my side research and observation is, okay, for the first one is lack of understanding. One of the problem with public relations is that public relations are an advancing field is the most evolving countries worldwide. This has caused a stunted growth of the industry in the world. There is a preconceived perception that public relations are just a mere topic in mass communications or marketing in professional institutions. Okay, so realistically, public relations are a vast industry that requires in-depth expertise. Until these professionals rise up to the occasions, this might potentially threat the end of public relations practice. So, and then the second one is budget constraint. Budget constraint organizations that are particular on their budget. Cuts and distributions leads to poor financing management of the public relations department. Financial restraints are able to derail the progress and efforts to the public relations. Organizations are hesitant to spend a little more revenue to hold on improving their media image. Ironically, it should be the prime time for them to better their profile and attain a stronger custom. And the last one, I can say high expectation. And of course, from me too, and my opinion too, I will have a high expectation for my PR because, and then moreover of my clients. Clients tend to have high expectations toward the PR department to perform wondrous work in order to realize their preferred expectations. So they expect you to operate within any provided. Of course, clients have impractical expectations of media relations coverage and how extensive their budget will stretch. Faced with these issues, a press union would need to make tight adjustments toward his or her campaign to achieve any result. So, the problem here is that the whole is greater than the sum of its part. Having just part of the skill set will not help develop the right strategy to succeed in public relations. To be a credible PR practitioner, you would have to get through the right courses and education to put yourself in the correct PR mindset and not any other. With the right skills and educations, it will be easier to avoid any PR disasters. Okay, so that's all from me. Thank you.
Next, we move to Miss Faresa. When we talk about public relation, it always relates to reputation of the company. So, how do you maintain good reputation with your stakeholders?
Okay, thank you, Ms. Zahra. So, as a PR practitioner, I'm maintaining good relationship by improve our branding so that we can hold in a competitive environment. So, we should know how to differentiate ourselves in a value, know how to differentiate a thing, and to be unique. So everything must be full of energy, creativity, financial support, a determined team, and of course the winning of target audience. So brands are those that success in differentiate a thing and to gain grip in audience attention. So that's all from me.
So, Miss Ashkin, could you explain about why importance of public relation for coordination?
Alright, thank you once again, Zara, for this question. Actually, I really like this questions. Why importance of public relations for coordination? Okay, so as a event as a company, okay. First of all, what I like about the PR is first I want is credibility for the credibility of the PR because PR increase an organization's credibility because it earns the coverage of numerous trusted sources. Additionally, these are intermediaries that communicate to a certain target audience which regards them as a filter of unnecessary content. If the messages are chosen to be presented, they will attain high credibility due to the media's credibility. And then the third one is damage control. In any case of a disaster strike, public relations expertise would know what actions to be best taken. They would be aware and prepared with emergency protocols and minimize any damage done to the organization's reputations. Press conference, speech, apology post, constructive campaign, and would be handled by the PR department who understand press anatomy best to push this team forward. And the last one is because PR interacting with consumer. Public relations officers are the first to receive notification when a consumer expresses his or her complaint or distress. A PR department that is quick on response is sure to receive praise and trust from its customer. Other than that, comment and opinions will also be provided by PR practitioners to understand what has been lacking in the company's product and services. PR practitioners are closest to their consumers, which means the organizations identified is heavily dependent on them. This covers several problems with public relations as well as the importance of public relations. So that's why for me why the PR very important to the coordination. That's all from me. Thank you.
Ms. Faresa, as a PR practitioner to your company, how you handle the crisis happen to your company?
Okay, thank you, Ms. Zahra. Okay, and as experts who specialize in creating and maintaining reputation, so public relation professionals are often called upon to support a company or event when disaster strikes. So we must be quick, accurate, and consistent. And be quick seems rather simple. We provide a response in the first hour after the crisis occurs. And when our organization having the crisis and does not speak to the news media, other people will be happy to talk to the news to the media. So these people may have inaccurate information or may try to use the crisis as an opportunity to attack our organization. So as a result, I as a PR must have a quick response. So, and people want accurate information about what happened and how that event might affect them. Because of the time pressure in a crisis, there is a risk of inaccurate information. If mistakes occurs, I must be corrected. So no matter how much planning goes into preventing crisis, there are always crisis situation that cannot be planned for. So that's my opinion, Ms. Zahra.
So, Ms. Nasha, can you explain a little bit for public relation process or what public relations need to do when coordinate sponsorship? As well as we know that the cancellations events due to COVID-19 outbreak make us getting hard in approaching the sponsorship.
So the important thing that a public relations can do before approaching the sponsorship for these issues, which according to the one of this article that suggests a public relations need to do a research first. So when a public relation doing a research, so the data and information that they get will be used in planning and for evaluating public relations efforts. Then of course they will have a strategic planning, and it is also as their guidelines too. A public relations can approaching the company that doing CSR, which corporate social responsibilities. So CSR is as responsibilities to communities with giving monetary or resource contribution to the charitable organizations. So when a public relations approaching the company that doing CSR, it is like a public relations giving the opportunity for a company for them to fulfill their CSR project, and at the same time a public relation getting the sponsorship for the event. So it is as easier way for a public relation to approaching or getting the sponsorship while facing the issues.
Okay, thank you for the all informative and interesting talk. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, finally we have to come to the end of our forum for today. In conclusion, this public relation, we can say it is a strategic communication process that helps build and maintain mutually beneficial relationship between organizations and its public. So from what Ms. Ashkan explained just now, there are three importance of public relations that we should know for our event field, which are credibility, damage control, and interacting with customers. Next, to Ms. Faresa and Nasha had explained about the important thing in coordinate sponsorship by public relation. So we can conclude that public relation is a part of a company's promotion budget and GR integrate marketing communications. In regarding with our issues, cancellation event due to COVID-19 outbreak, so public relation play big roles in handling these issues. Thank you everyone to Ms. Nasha, Ashikin, and Ms. Faresa.